So welcome back to the first episode of the games I completed. I've done a couple of these videos already, but the last time was actually more than a year ago. So I cannot remember everything I completed, but I do remember completing this stack this year and completing this stack this vacation. This is the last day of my vacation. And so let's start off with a Vita game actually. I don't play that much on my Vita. I also completed Earth Defense Force on the Vita. That's a digital only game. Senran Kagura Shinobi completed the game with all the characters, and it's a fantastic beat 'em up. I've said this a couple of times, if you can look past the big boobs and the over-sexualized stuff, it is a great beat 'em up game. And I cannot wait for the PS4 version. I actually completed a PlayStation 2 Day game, Space Invaders Invasion Day. Yeah, it's an okay game. It was a couple of fun. Of course, the amazing Bloodborne. This is a must-have for every gamer that has a PS4. Sure, it's freakingly hard, but my advice is try to level up a bit. Try to just learn it. Don't put out the game and say, oh, this is garbage, it's too hard, when you've been playing it for a couple of minutes. Spend at least an hour or two trying to get it. If it's then still way too hard, okay, maybe that's not a game for you. But this is definitely one of the first AAA games you just have to buy for your PS4. Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes. This is pretty much a really small demo that I remembered. It looked absolutely amazing. I was annoyed that it's always by night, but it looked good, it played incredible, and I cannot wait for Metal Gear Solid 5. And yes, it is a Hideo Kojima game, and yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna buy Metal Gear Solid 5 at launch, because I want to buy it. But then again, they kind of screwed Hideo Kojima, and I just can't stand that. It's really disrespectful, and I don't know, maybe I'll actually try to get it second hand, but then again, you know, I don't know, it's really weird. Me and my friend have been playing Diablo 3 when it came out for, holy shit, weeks and weeks and weeks. And the only trophy I needed was a trophy that you had to get 500 bounties, and oh my freaking god, I've spent days and days doing that, only doing bounties. It's annoying as fuck, but I got my first ever trophy and the game is fantastic. To be truly honest, I've been playing Diablo 3 when it came out at launch on the PC for months and months and months, but this plays a lot better on your television, with a console, with a controller in your hand. I'm sorry, it just plays a lot better. Wolfenstein The Old Blood, a great prequel, a small prequel to Wolfenstein The New Order. It's great, I love the game. It's really cool that actually when you beat the game there's like this score mode where you have to rack up as much points as possible, just trying to get the replay value and the value of the game itself up. But for $20 and 20 euros, this is one of the better games actually you can buy if you have a small budget. It's a lot of fun, and yeah. The Order 1886, I made a review of this game. A lot of gamers and a lot of critics says that this game sucks and this and that, and some things I agree, some things I don't agree. Sure, it is just a generic shooter. The whole holy shit, the whole monster thing with the wolf and stuff, I just can't keep up of the name, is a bit Lycans. They're called like Lycans, like this underworld. You know, it kind of sucks. I mean, there are some QTAs that are okay, but graphically this game looks absolutely amazing. If you want to see what the PS4 is capable of, if you want to show off this game, or you just want to have 8 to 9 hours or even less fun, The Order is definitely a great pickup for like $20 or $15. But I'm feeling very sad for the gamers that bought this game for $60. It's definitely not worth your money. I remember completing BioShock Infinite. I think made an entire playthrough of it last year, and this game is just fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I completed Homefront, just a generic shooter where Korea actually controls the entire world and controls pretty much the United States too. Has some really disturbing moments, but then again it's war, and I am definitely looking forward to the new Homefront. It's a cool shooter with a somehow unique setting, but it was really short. But then again, I spent only like €5 on it, so don't give a shit. The same goes for Battlefield Limited Edition. Well, I didn't get the DLC, of course, because I got it for like €5. It was okay, it was alright. For some reason, there was like Battlefield Bad Company, and that is more like open world, not truly open world, but the levels are a lot larger, and you could like destroy buildings. And really weird why in Battlefield 3 it feels a lot smaller, a lot more compact, and I didn't see I could destroy buildings with my tanks and stuff, but it was an enjoyable shooter. Bureau XCOM Declassified. I really enjoyed this third-person shooter, where in the XCOM universe, where aliens, you know, just pretty much invade Earth, and you're trying to get them back in this really old setting. And for some reason, I really like it. Sure, it has frame rate issues. Graphically, it kind of sucked, but I'm a gamer. I don't give a shit about that. I had a lot of fun playing this game. Mafia II, when I got this, I was like, okay, well, let's try it out, and I just couldn't stop playing. The storyline, in my opinion, was incredible. The whole feel and setting in this world, actually, it feels like you are in that era of time, and you are some kind of mob gangster. It is open world, but then again, there's actually not that much to do. The only thing that you can actually do is go out on another mission, and there are a lot of missions. Storyline is interesting, is fast, and I really enjoyed Mafia II. Is it Hyperdimension? Oh shit. Hatsune Miku Project Diva F2. I pretty much beat it. That means I completed all the songs on easy. Great game. I really enjoyed this type of games. It's more like a game that I play for like 2 or 3 songs, and then I had enough of it, and a day later I do a couple of songs, and like a week later I do a couple of songs. But it's definitely a really cool game. And that's my freaking phone. I'm sorry about that. I remember completing Dinosaur 7 Extreme Legend, and that means just doing all the levels with only one character, but I completed all the levels. And yeah, what can I say about a dinosaur game? They're always fun, pretty much like Hatsune Miku, you know. When I just don't want to play like a shooter or whatever, I just pick this game up and like do one battlefield or like 2 maps, and then I'm like, I had enough of it. I had 3 weeks of vacation, and no, I did not sit in my house for 3 entire weeks playing only games. I've done a lot of great stuff, been to a lot of festivals and doing barbecues and hanging out with friends. But I definitely have to agree, like the last week I spent a lot of time playing video games. Also, it's pretty much because, you know, the weather kind of sucked and my budget was pretty much zero. So yeah, but I actually, for some freaking reason, I played a lot of games and I just flew by them. I don't remember why. I do remember like a couple of PS3 games. I was almost at the end and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna complete them, whatever. But I completed the first and the second episode for The Walking Dead. I got those games actually when I had my vacation, about $20 each or €20 each. And sure, on the PlayStation Network they should have been, or they are a lot cheaper, but this is physical editions, and I enjoyed the crap out of them. They are incredible games. The only not really a downside, the only thing I kind of hate is that gamers and critics kind of reviewed Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls, saying, oh, it's just an interactive movie and this and that, and that they're pretty good, but. and everyone is loving those Telltale games, yet they are truly interactive movies. They are interactive movies. There's nothing more about it than interacting movies and scenes and doing decisions and doing choices. So it's kind of weird why Heavy Rain and Beyond the Souls getting kind of hated on, where these games are exactly the same and they got praised, but they got praised in a good way. Those games are fantastic, and I can't wait to get Wolf Among Us when it's a bit cheaper, and hopefully Telltale Games will release the Game of Thrones physical and the Tales of the Borderlands physical, and that will be really cool. A couple of days ago I completed Saints Row 4 Re-Elected. I got this PS3 remastered version really cheap, and this is freakingly fantastic. I've almost done everything you can do in this game, and wow, that's something. Spent like 27 hours. It's just freaking, the customization is endless. The amount of fun I have more fun playing this game than I play GTA 5. That's 100%. I'm not saying the game is better, I'm just saying I had a lot more fun with this game than I had with GTA 5. Of course, I completed one of the best games of all time. By far the best game you can buy for the PS4, Xbox One or a PC, The Witcher 3. It's without a doubt that I can say that The Witcher is absolutely fantastic. It's an experience that truly feels next gen, and it is one of the first games ever that I truly felt like you are in this world, you are a part of this world, your choices actually have a meaning, and you just want to explore everything there is. And sure, there are some like frame rate issues a little bit and this and that, but I am fully confident that CD Projekt Red is going to outline them and going to fix those issues. And I mean, there's so much content getting for free. And they're working on a huge update. How do you say it? Like huge, holy shit. That's very annoying. You know, with a lot of new content you can buy instead of, you know, DLC like a horse armor for $5. It's freakingly expansion. They're working on 2 big expansions. Now, these are the 3 games I completed in like 2 freaking days. And I almost were done with this game. And then for some reason I stopped. So I completed Disgaea 4, I only had to do 2 whole levels. 2 whole levels, and I stopped for some freaking reason. Great freaking strategy game, by far the best strategy game you can buy, and Disgaea 5 is coming out. I'm not sure if I'm gonna buy it at launch, but I'll definitely be getting it. Tales of Xillia 2, I was pretty much like 40% in the game. It's a great game, it's not as good as the original Tales of. I don't like the character designs, or more like the outfit designs for the characters, but it is definitely one of the better RPGs if you like really traditional RPGs. Also, the battle system is improved and frame rate is improved a lot. Yakuza 4, same as Disgaea 4, I only had to do like 2 hours of gameplay. I love Yakuza. It's really funny that so many Shenmue fans are. And don't get me wrong, I'm really happy Shenmue 3 is coming out, but they're like bitching, oh, Shenmue was so unique and this and that, and true it was, but if they really liked Shenmue, if they truly wanted the franchise to have potential here in the States, no, here, I'm not in the States, but here in the West, they should have bought Yakuza, since Yakuza is pretty much Shenmue in a different jacket, and you know, it's in Yakuza in Japan and stuff, but it is pretty much a Shenmue game. Everything you can do in Shenmue, you can do in Yakuza. So it's really weird why a lot of Shenmue fans somehow don't know that there is already a kind of a Shenmue. That's Yakuza. I love Yakuza. I hate it so much that Yakuza 5 never came out because Yakuza Dead Souls sold like shit here in the West. What the hell do you think? It's a freaking stupid zombie game, no one gives a shit. Don't get me wrong, I actually like the game, but Not releasing Yakuza 5 because that game sold like shit is stupid as fuck. And now of course they are going to release Yakuza 5 digital only, but there have already been like 3 games on the PS4 and we still didn't have them. But yeah, those were the games I completed. Definitely leave in the comments below which games did you complete, and like always, you will see me next time.